Kenya, what we established was private households actually have the highest private sector credit share, highest share of private sector credit in the country, followed by the trade sector, and then manufacturing and real estate respectively. Just a note on private credit to private households, the SACCOs and microfinance institutions have now caught up with the banks, and out of the approximately 800 billion Kenya shillings in loans issued to private households, the SACCOs and microfinance institutions are now contributing half of all private sector, of all loans issued to private households in Kenya. So the SACCOs and microfinance institutions have caught up with the banks. Uganda is slightly different from Kenya and Tanzania in the sense that there is a good, decent double-digit contribution of private sector credit to the agriculture sector. You can see agriculture sector commands 13% of private sector credit in Uganda. And also the building and construction sector, which has very limited share in Kenya and Tanzania, approximately 5% of private sector credit. But in Uganda, you see the building and construction sector commands almost 15% and more of private sector credit.
Now, today is World Post Day, and the Postal Corporation sector has been urged to embrace innovation and technology. This is in a bid to secure its future and move with evolving technology. And as KTN's Abu Bakr Abdullahi reports, uncertainties hover for the one-time giant Postal Corporation whose future remains shaky.
It was a moment of joyous recollection for those who began their career at the Postal Service, the country's oldest parcel and letters service provider.
I used to receive all the international letter competition, the letters written around the world, and we used to read them and grade them and choose the winning letter.
When internet was not discovered, when we did not have computers, and when we used to do the cash account at 6 Square Post Office, and I can tell you the most difficult thing any trainee at that time will do is just to balance the cash account at 6 Square Post Office.
And nearly 1.5 centuries of existence, the Postal Service grapples with the digital disruption that continues unabated.
We're now witnessing the fusion of postal and courier services and sector with technology, a phenomenon that has boosted the industry. Today, digital transformation has become a strategic priority for Post and to maintain its relevance.
The country's postal sector has over the years had its profits shrinking from a whopping 13.9 billion shillings in 2008 to a mere 4 billion shillings in 2017. It is this downward spiral that forced the sector to review its business model.
Postal and courier operators worldwide are implementing new technologies to adapt to customer demands for electronic services.
Even as Postal says it will diversify, the test of time will tell how the country's oldest communication service provider will withstand the digital disruption. Abu Bakr Abdullahi for KTN News.
Waiting to see how that plays out. Some would say letter writing is a dying art, but we will see. Now moving on, when planning a holiday, many prefer the beach side, but aside from swimming, leisurely beach sports are greatly popular, rugby being one of the latest attractions, as Tobias Chanji reports in this week's edition of Adventure Diaries.
Touch rugby is one of the sports played on the beach. This sport is not competitive, but only for leisure.
Sorry, we have an issue here.
With the 5 players, it also encompasses both men and women per playing team.
Basically, it's so fast, it's so paced, and what we need is a team that is dedicated and they train. As much as it seems to be a social rugby, but most people have to be fit so that they can play on the beach. It's different from the pitch game.
In Diani Beach, for example, 40 Thieves has played host to 10 editions now of touch rugby. It's dubbed international as it attracts teams within and without Kenya.
These events, we normally have them on a yearly basis, and the essence is to attract tourism, and then it's also more of a charity, that anything that is raised on this, we normally give back to the community.
The climatic condition is also an added advantage to this sport that is gaining traction in coastal counties. A lot of fun is witnessed as revelers engage in impulse buying on almost everything.
This event is going international. In another year, we actually are hoping to hold a totally international event here. Besides a normal annual Diani Beach Touch Rugby, we are being asked by the Federation of International Body to have an all-Africa tournament, which would include, I think there's 8 or 9 different African countries attached to the Federation of International Touch. And we are hoping sometime next year to have a totally international tournament done.
With such sporting activities, it is a fact that tourism prospects will soar higher. Tobias Chanji, KTN News, Kwale County.
Definitely a story to get you in the mood for a holiday, but not just yet. We have the business roundup right now, the top stories from the business world that were highlighted today. Take a look with Tandiwe Yego.
In the business news tonight, the youth have been called upon to engage with experts in business fields that will help reduce the high rate of unemployment amongst them. The opportunity stands as a better chance for the youth to get opportunities to get jobs and also tap into the government's Big Four agenda. This was addressed earlier today in a forum organized by the Institute of Economic Affairs and Alternative Africa. Moving to Mombasa County, the government has partnered with the private investors in the launch of a luxury double-decker sightseeing bus. The bus was bought by Mombasa Sightseeing Limited that has a sister company offering educational and historical tours in Kampala. The firm's business development manager, Ruben Kingori, said charges will start from 3,000 shillings. East African Community and Regional Development Cabinet Secretary Aden Mohammed has urged Parliament to accelerate the passage of the Land Valuation Index Bill 2018 to enable the government to implement infrastructure development at a reasonable cost. The CS regretted that the risks and threats to government programs are issues of land and conflict between where the infrastructure is going to be done and the need for people to be resettled.